Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Every Devotee has a story. Now friends, I made a one video on the origin of the soul, but I thought that it would be it'll benefit everyone if I added the next chapter also, what our Gurudev is telling from there on about the matter and the spirit and the Brahmjyoti. I think it'll be it'll complement that chapter as well, and it'll give clarity on the question of the origin of soul and why they end up in the material world. So here we go. Electrons of consciousness. Matter is not independent of spirit. In the Brahmjyoti, we are equipoised in the marginal potency as an infinite number of pinpoints of spiritual rays, electrons of consciousness. So this is a very good example, friends. Just remember that in your brain, in your mind, that visualize this, that we are basically infinite number of pinpoint spiritual rays. So this way you'll remember. Consciousness means endowed with free will. For without free will, no consciousness can be conceived. An atomic pinpoint of consciousness has very meager free will, and by misuse of their free will, some jivas have taken their chance in the material world. So is no one to blame but us. The responsibility lies with us. They refuse to submit to the supreme authority. They wanted to dominate. So with this germinal idea of domination, the jiva enters into the world of exploitation, and this world of exploitation is the mundane world. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.2.7 it is stated, and now please excuse my Sanskrit because my Sanskrit is not very good, but I'll try to read. Ichcha devasya samuttena dandava mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. Two principles in a crude form awaken in the jiva, hatred and desire. Then gradually the soul comes down to mingle with the mundane world. At first, sympathy and apathy develops in a crude form, just as when a sprout springs up the two leaves. And gradually these two things help us to dive deep into the mundane world. So hatred and desire. Upon retiring from the world of exploitation, the soul may return to his former position in Brahmjyoti as spirit. But if the soul has gathered the tendency of dedication through his previous devotional activities, he does not stop there. He pierces through Brahmjyoti and goes towards Vaikuntha. So by devotional service and by surrendering to the Lord, we can reach Vaikuntha. That's what Gurudev is saying. That's my understanding. Why has the soul come to the world of exploitation and not the world of dedication? That should be attributed to his innate nature, which is endowed with free will. It is a free choice. This is substantiated in Bhagavad Gita. I'm not going to read the verse because it's just I'm not very confident, but I'll read the translation. This is Bhagavad Gita 5.14. The soul is responsible for his entrance into the land of exploitation. The responsibility is with the soul. Otherwise, the Lord should be responsible for his distressed condition. This is a very good point, my friends. Now, Gurudev used to say that it's our responsibility wherever we are, whatever position we are in this land of exploitation. It is because of our own actions or desires. So, otherwise, God would be blamed for this our position. So God is not to be blamed. It is us who is to be blamed for our own condition. But Krishna says that the soul's innate free will is responsible for entanglement in the material world. So there you go. The soul is conscious, and consciousness means endowed with freedom. So anything which is conscious has a free will. Because the soul is atomic, his free will is imperfect and vulnerable. The result of the free choice is that some are coming into the material world and some are going into the spiritual world. So the responsibility is with this individual soul. Now this is a nice example coming up, and I'll read that to you and will make it more clear. The right to wrong. Once an Indian political leader, Shamsundar Chakrabarti, asked our spiritual master Prabhupada, why has the Lord granted such a freedom to the jiva? Prabhupada told him, you are fighting for freedom. Don't you know the value of freedom? Devoid of freedom, the soul is only matter. Freedom offers us the alternative to do right or wrong. Once Gandhi told the British authorities, we want freedom. They replied, you are not fit to have self-government. When you are fit, we shall give it to you. But finally he told them, we want the freedom to do wrong. So freedom does not guarantee only acting in the right way. Freedom has its value independent of right and wrong. Free will is only absolute with the absolute truth. Because we are finite, our free will is infinitesimal. The possibility of committing a mistake, that's a bit of a tongue twister, so I apologize. The possibility of committing a mistake is there. So there's a big possibility that when you have free will, you make a mistake. Our first choice was to dominate, and so gradually we have entered the world of domination. As a result of this first action, everything else has developed. So in different ranks, the species have been divided, from the demigods down to the trees and stones, and watery bodies, gaseous bodies, anything we find here has evolved in that way. The activating principle in any form of embryological development is the soul, and from the soul everything has evolved. So friend, this is it. When we enter this world of domination, where everyone is trying to dominate and exploit each other, this is what happens. And Gurudev has very nicely explained in these two chapters, given the whole explanation of the origin of the soul and why we fall from our original position into this world. So we don't have this position of born sinner, or I don't know the I think that's the Christian position, but I don't know what Islam says about it. But basically, this is our position. That's what Gurudev has nicely explained. So please comment and tell me what you guys think, and I will try to bring these conversations, small videos for you guys to enjoy and to learn. So let's learn together. So please join me and like and subscribe and comment. Comment is also important, so I know your feedback. Until the next time, take care. Oh yes, before I forget, I will put the link of this book into the description box. Thank you. Take care. God bless.